So, continuation of my ranting from Instagram. What self-respecting creator would I be if I didn't take this opportunity to vlog about it? I've never vlogged before, so this is a very interesting thing for me. Probably a very interesting look into my non-interesting life. But anyway, let me show you this BS right here. So I'm sitting here, pardon the very messy desk, but as you can see, look at that, it's Giannis. But anyway, I'm sitting here, I'm doing my essay, I'm writing my essay. It's for my journalism class, just about advertising and things like that, which is cool. I have my phone charging right here, it's like right here. And I guess you could call me stupid for, leaving it in such a precarious place. But, it was a little more tucked in, right? I'm going to give myself a little more credit. But, all of a sudden, it takes a tumble, and it hits the floor here. And then look at the aftermath of that. My phone, after it dropped, the screen just stopped working, and everything's still displayed, my notifications displayed, the power button works and things like that, and you can still hear it, but it just wouldn't respond to any touches, which I guess is concerning. I powered it off using like the power down and holding the power button. That was whatever, still didn't work. I let it be. I leave it over back by my desk in that corner. And then I look back, and all of a sudden I see a bunch of purple pixels happening in the left corner of my screen. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. And then I'm like, but I can't really do anything about it. So I just let it go. I write for maybe 10, 20 more minutes. I look at my phone again. And I'm like, oh, shit. That whole purple thing is now like at least this far across my screen. I'm like, okay, a little more concerning. I leave it for 30 minutes, and this is GG. This entire box right about here is gone. Like, it's fading, and it's purple. It was really cool. It's really cool to watch, but it really sucks when it's your phone. I don't know if you can see it, but it's still purple a little bit in these corners. I want to take a moment to reflect on a few things that I've been thinking about. So, I think my phone breaking was obviously a pretty shitty thing to happen. But it got me thinking just about phones and communication in general. Because I've had a phone for about 4 years now. I first got a phone sophomore year of high school, I'd like to say. Before that, I'd always borrowed my dad's phone or my mom's phone, and they always had like flip phones. And back then, I remember in middle school, I'm not that old now, I'm a freshman in college. But back then, that was like your symbol of power, that was like your symbol of being in. I remember all the cool kids had a phone, whether it was a flip phone, and then when smartphones came around, that was the thing to have. And I was always the last one. My sister got a phone before me. I remember I was very jealous of that. But whatever. Social media has been really overwhelming for me lately. Trying to balance school and art and all these different things. Family, friends. It's a lot sometimes. And recently, it's been really hard to be okay with it all. To just sit here and be on my phone, then write. I've dreaded looking at my phone for the last few days. Because I've just been trying to get this work done. It's almost the end of the semester, and I need to write this essay. Which I finished shortly after I broke my phone screen. Maybe it isn't a bad thing. Maybe breaking my phone screen for now, rendering this thing absolutely useless for about a day, As much as I hate to admit it, I ordered a new phone already. I'm getting the Moto X4 on Monday. I'm picking it up. Maybe that just goes to show how important my phone is to my life, and I don't even know why anymore. It's not a power symbol to me anymore. Maybe it is still for kids in middle school. But I've had a phone for so long. And maybe it's because I've had this for so long. I've had the same phone. I've only had 2 phones in my life. But this Galaxy Note 5, it's been with me everywhere for the last 4 years. Always been in my pocket. Maybe lost it once or twice, but I always got it back. This is the original case. I was too cheap to buy a new case, to be honest. So you can see all like the, that's not going to focus, but the gold kind of plastic border here, just more of an aesthetic thing, is all chipped away. You can see like where it's fallen. It's always been within my reach, within maybe 5 seconds of my reach. It's always been there. Anytime I needed to know the time, the weather, anything, it's always been here. Now, not having that, it's essentially, I mean, I'm still holding on to it, and I'm still checking it as if something will change. It's like kind of like going to the refrigerator at night. Ain't nothing gonna be in there, but you still keep going because you have hope. Even now, I keep wanting to reach back for it, and I keep hearing it buzz, and I'm like, oh, it's a notification, oh my god, let me look. And it's very strange that when I look at it, it's just a black screen. I have to live without my phone for about a day. How's that gonna go? I'm not completely sure. And I know that's a very trivial problem. I'm not trying to sit here and tell you that this is the worst part of my life, or this is like something major, that it's gonna ruin my life. It's not. Things break, you move on. It's just kind of how these things work. But I have the privilege of being able to get a new phone. What's it like if you don't? We don't think about them much, but they mean a lot in terms of information, communication, which are 2 major things in today's society. So I want to vlog tonight and tomorrow about how my life is different. What's changed? What's stayed the same? Is my phone better with a broken screen? Who knows? There she is. And I have to say, as it stands right now, at 9:30, 9:40, I feel relieved. Well, one, my relief comes from the fact that I'm gonna get a new phone Monday, but I don't have to check my phone tonight. I mean, maybe I'll miss out on something huge. My life ain't that interesting, though, so probably not. I don't have to pay attention to notifications. I don't have to. But the thing is, I've never had to. But I've always felt like I've had to. I've always felt the need that when I know it's there. I usually see, it's gotten this bad. I've kept my phone on silent for the past few months. I don't like looking at notifications. It overwhelms me. But I always respond. And now, because I physically can't, I feel a lot better. I want to do some laundry, and I had a few thoughts about my phone usage since I just woke up. 11 o'clock, Sunday, when I woke up, I had the instinctive need to check my phone, to know the time, to know who was talking to me, things like that. But I didn't have that today. And usually, my phone is the thing that keeps me in bed. But today, I just got up because I had nothing to do back. I don't even know what number it is. Forgot a sock. My laundry, I guess. It's stuck. Or whatever. See whatever happens. Anyway, when I wake up, my instinct is to go for my phone. It's to reach for it immediately. I had a dream about my phone last night. And I wanted to talk about one thing in particular. Snapchat. Alright, so the events of this vlog have happened at this point. Let me check. About 2 or 3 weeks ago. And the reason why I'm just getting around to editing this now is because life has been busy. I said I was going to do it during the week of finals. Finals hit me. Finals were over on the 20th, and I had to come back home, Christmas, and all this stuff. And now it's the 28th at 2 in the morning, and I'm finally getting around to it. Truth is, I've had a working edit of this for about a week, but something's just been off, and I finally know what it is. At this point in the video, well, you can barely hear me because the laundry machines are crazy loud, and I don't have an external mic. I should probably get around to getting one soon. But essentially, what I'm trying to say is this, in this part. I had a dream about Snapchat and my snap streaks, and when I woke up, I was just worried that they wouldn't be preserved. And I know that's a very trivial thing again, but it's a real thing in today's society. I know people who are crazy about streaks. I've seen people get into fights over breaking streaks. Like, this shit is crazy. What I'm trying to say is, are our communications being treated like a game nowadays, where you're just trying to keep racking up a high score? And that's kind of what Snapchat is as a platform. I was kind of a late adopter of it, but you can see it just in the score it gives you. It gives you an incentive to keep up with people, but I think that's what that platform is best for, keeping up with people. I don't think it's the best for knowing what people are feeling, because I guarantee you, I mean, maybe this is just all social media in general, but for me, people just post snapshots of their lives, and they make their lives look really cool when they go home and they cry, or they're really lonely. I don't know, that's just been my experience with it. But even just snapping people, I noticed that it's kind of like Snake, which is the analogy I made in here. I think that's the one thing that I want to take away from it, is Snake is a game where you just go around collecting the dots, and you just keep doing it because you like that progression. It's a very linear progression, and you see immediate results, with a score, with a number, the number of your streak, and eventually you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it, and then like one day it just stops, and it's like, oh, like, what was that all about? And I know it can mean a lot for some people, and for some people, like, that's communication enough. But for me in my life, I like to be a little more connected to people, and I think Snapchat is just kind of fragile for that type of communication. I swear, I'm gonna try to get this up tonight. Let me tell you some of the BS about this. $2.50 to wash my laundry today, but these bad boys is free. Can't complain. And for some reason, the ice machine is in this room too. I don't know. It just don't make sense. Anyway, so far, being without a phone has been pretty good to me. Who knows how that's going to be in the future. I've got a couple more hours left.
It's a gain of 29. Every time you think that progress has been stopped, think again. Blocking Eddie Jackson. Good vision by Barkley, following some excellent blocking from his teammate.
It's a pretty shit day out here. I'm meeting up with some friends, and not being able to have your phone is very interesting in this case. I mean, thankfully I'm not that far away, but I use my phone a lot because I'm a pretty awkward dude, so I'd like to know where to be, especially with dorms and locked buildings, especially when it's really cold. And so the real struggle is when you get there and it's like, hey, I'm here, where you at though? Again, just more of a me thing. Okay, communication, really important with my life apparently, but we'll see. The day's going by pretty well. Ooh, I'm telling you, weather is really right now. Yeah, when I was hanging out, just seeing off a friend do his best stuff, I kept wanting to check for the time, and obviously that didn't work so well. It was a very impulsive thing. Every time things got a little quiet or things got a little awkward, I wanted to bring out my phone, check the time, and maybe check Instagram or something. Couldn't happen. And so instead, to divert attention, I put my camera. Clearly, I'm into diversions. I'm out again. Roommate had to do something. It was very interesting because I was gonna come back. I said, "What time should I be back?" He said, "I'll text you." He knows my phone's broken, but it's just such a natural response now. It's just to say, "Okay, when I need information, I'll let you know at a later time." And how do we do that? Through phones, because it's the most convenient way to do it. I've got a friend coming over. Shout out Kellen. It's 6 o'clock. It's about like 5 something. I just have some time to kill, so I'm just gonna shoot the shit a little bit. Don't know where I'm going, just hope I don't die. This is probably one of the coolest spots on campus, I think. I still don't exactly know how I would shoot it. I'll take you with me though, see what's up. I definitely want someone just to stand there and be really cool. We might even get some long exposures, why not? I have this on my Manfrotto Pixie. If any of y'all are in Madison, you want to shoot, please, let's do this. See, like, this is just such a pretty thing. I don't know how to approach. Oh, you probably can see me now. Alright. I only shoot manual lenses too, so keep that in mind. Interesting spot. There's a bike coming up behind me. Gonna make it really awkward. Look at that. That's a shot right there. It's really noisy. Hopefully I don't drop my camera, but it's almost all the way through the day, and I've gotten through without my phone with almost no major problems. But this is a weekend, so we'll have to see. For now, I've had no major problems. But when I have classes, I mean, I only have 2 classes tomorrow, so that shouldn't be too bad. I just have to be up at 9:50 or 9:30, 9:20ish, get to class 9:55, then go directly to my next class. So that really shouldn't be a problem. And then I'll have my phone again and set that up and just see how life is again with a phone. Again, I don't mean to make this some major thing. I know not having a phone is really the least concerning thing in this day and age, but our dependence on technology it's a discussion that we need to have. How dependent are we becoming? And I think the cell phone is really one of the biggest extensions of that. It really is the center of a lot of our lives. And I haven't even gotten into any really sticky situations yet. What happens if I need to call 911? Who knows? Let's try to get some shots. I don't know. I didn't bring my big tripod, but I can try to use my Manfrotto Pixie and product placement maybe. Please sponsor me. But no, maybe I can try something. We'll see. Here's the view. My battery's dying, which is frickin' genius. Check that out. Check out my Instagram. I have a photo of something like this. That's pretty cool. I'll take some shots, see what happens. I think it's about time I head back. It's about 5:30. Spent a few minutes shooting. I doubt any of that came out well. If I wanted to attach it to this, I probably would want to bring a gorilla pod or something. I didn't bring my big tripod. Didn't think I'd have to. Didn't actually know I'd be coming to the bridge. I call it the bridge. I don't really know what the hell it is, but I have to say, I'm living my life just fine without it, and I'm kind of happy. I haven't checked. I mean, the impulse is there, and I think the impulse is very telling about the way I live my life with social media and communications. But I have to say, I've surprised myself of how much I just enjoy life without a phone. You know, a lot of talk about, you know, how useful it is, and there's no doubt that things are useful. I'm not saying get rid of your phone. Definitely not. And going out late, you definitely want something. But this whole... keep checking to see if my battery's dying, sorry. But this whole video isn't to say, screw phones, phones are bad. That's not at all what I'm trying to say. All I'm trying to say is, maybe we just have to rethink about how much time we spend on phones. Look at this. This is one of the emergency phone thingies that you can use at night on campus, just in case something goes awry. Obviously, if you had a phone, it'd probably be a lot easier than having to go to this thing. But it's an option. I definitely think I want to use my phone less. But as it stands, I'm happy.